think there's been something about Trump, and I'm sure there'll be studies about this in the future, but he seems to really sort of activate mental illness in people who are already like sort of on the verge of things. And so there's been such an interesting, correlation between people who are already sort of disturbed and alienated, who picked up the banner for Trump and just, won't talk about things that make sense so much. But like you said, it's all about focusing on that anger. And so when you're losing people to that side, there's something where they're like, you know what? I'm just gonna be mad now. I'm just gonna try to come up with things and say like, go Brandon, and 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 this kind of like it's like they're energized because of that, and it's a magnet for conspiracy theorists
Right.
and people who are so alienated and angry. And we had an episode with a guy, Mark Green, the author of Remaking Manhood, and he spoke very eloquently about the man box and how what it's like growing up as a male, and how we're primed from early on to suppress emotion, to uh, be competitive and push down others to try to show strength, and how by the time you're middle age, you don't have friends, your health is not going well. If you've bought into the idea that, America's here for you and you're the white guys, you're automatically going to be the leadership positions, it's dawning on you that that wasn't true. And so it makes it very easy for these kinds of alienated men to be the ones who are going to glob on to some, like, a weak person's idea of a strong person, a poor person's idea of a rich person, and an unmanly person's idea of a manly person. And
Yeah.
um, so it's that kind of alienation, I think, is part of what's been driving actual Republicans away. I think we're going to have to start determining, describing people as MAGA Republican Democrats,
Yeah.
independents, because there's so many established Republicans that are pushing away. And like Geraldo Rivera wrote some long piece today about how he's supporting Kamala Harris, and I was like, what? Alberto Gonzalez is supporting
Yeah.
Kamala Harris. It gives cover to so many other Republicans who are like, okay, it's not just me. You know, this is,
Yeah.
the peeling away is like, I've never seen that in my adult life. And that's not cool to betray your party like that. That's big waves. And so the fact that it keeps happening is pretty remarkable. And I think it
Yeah.
portends like a larger culture shift.